welcome to another video on cards, the universe, and everything. Today we're going to talk about PPE. What is PPE? Well, I'm glad you asked. What are you talking about? No one asked. Who asked? Everybody asks. What are you talking about, who asked? Listen.
What is PPE?
Is PPE real?
How do I calculate PPE?
See? Oh, my bad. Okay, continue. So what is PPE? PPE is power per energy. And how are we going to calculate that? Well, let's take a look. Now, as you know, you have a limited amount of power every round. So playing the biggest cards isn't necessarily always the best play. You want to play the cards that give you the most power for the energy that you spend. Now, if you look at the Sand Tiger Shark, it has 10 power and it's 1 energy. So to figure out the power per energy, you take the power 10 divided by the energy 1. Now you can see that the Sand Tiger Shark has 10 power for each point of energy to spend. But if you look at the Gray Reef Shark, the Gray Reef Shark has 59 power and 7 energy cost. So that breaks down to a little bit under 8.5 power for each point of energy that you spend. So you get more power per energy from the Sand Tiger Shark. But wait a minute, those are some pretty basic cards. Some of the cards have other abilities tied into them too. How do you figure that out? Well, Cletus, I'm glad you asked. If you take a look at this card, Georgia O'Keeffe, normally you have 4 energy for 35 power. That gets you just under 9 PPE. However, if you're playing a deck that is entirely arts and culture cards, you get an extra 60, which takes you up to 95 power for that same 4 energy. And that puts you at closer to 24 power per energy. Quite the bump. Oh, I see. But what about cards that beef up other cards? How do you figure that out? Well, that is yet another excellent question, Cletus. Now, if you take a look at Albert Einstein here, for example, Albert Einstein costs 5 energy and gives you 35 power. Well, that's only 7 PPE, and that doesn't sound great. So this is where we have to make some educated guesses. We can make the assumption that we have some other science cards in our hand, perhaps if you've got an all science deck, for example, and then you say, okay, well, I'm going to play 3 cards this round and they're all going to be science, so when I draw Albert Einstein, I'm going to get an extra 105 power added in. Now we also still get the 35 points when we play Einstein, so you can figure that that is going to be 35 for playing him plus the 105 for playing the other cards is 140 power that you've received for the 5 energy. So that comes out to like 28. As you can see, it's not always so cut and dry. There's the possibility that you don't have a bunch of science cards in your hand, in which case maybe on the round that you draw Albert Einstein, you also play him, and so you would get 35 for him plus the 35 bonus that he gives for the round that he's drawn. And so maybe you just get 70 for that 5 energy, which is still 14 PPE and not bad. So again, you got to kind of make some assumptions and guesses based on the other cards that you put in your deck. So anyway, that is how I figure PPE. So if you have any other questions, please throw them down in the comments and I'll get to them as quickly as I can. Otherwise, if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and we'll see you guys in game. Bye.